Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen Brown. I'm a self-love mastery and relationship healing author, mentor, and speaker. And today I'm here to reveal to you guys 5 things that self-healing badasses do. This episode was inspired today because I'm so excited for one of my clients that I've been working with for quite some time, who the last 2 sessions that I've had with her has been the most ultimate self-healing badass. And she has literally transitioned from a state of surviving over to a state of thriving. And I couldn't be more thrilled for her. And she is the inspiration for me getting on this episode today. So shout out to you, sister. I'm sure she will be watching this video. I'm also going to share with you that I actually had this download, this inspiration on the drive home from lunch today. And I said to my husband, quick, whip out your phone. I need you to send me a text. And I just verbally said to him, he was my little note taker, and he took all these notes in text format and then sent them to me so that I could come home and record this episode for you guys today. So if you're new here, I talk about all things about people-pleasing recovery and codependency, how to heal from toxic relationships, how to set and maintain healthy boundaries. I talk about energy and the law of attraction, all these type of things that can help you shift from a state of surviving to a state of thriving. Because guess what, friends? This is your birthright. It is our birthright here on planet Earth to live an amazing life. In fact, the universe enjoys and has happiness when we experience an awesome life. So let's get started. The first thing that self-healing badasses know and do is that they have a great sense of self-awareness. They become really in tune to what is going on inside themselves. They ask themselves a lot of questions. They discover why it is that they're doing a certain thing. They notice when they're having a pattern of behavior that they don't like or that's disempowered. But mostly they're honest with themselves. So many times, without knowing, innocently, we lie to ourselves. We're like, no, that's not what I'm doing. Or no, that's not the reason. Or someone brings to us some amazing insight into us. We're like, nah, that's not it. Because we are still in the presence of our ego more so than we are in the presence of our higher self. Well, self-healing badasses know that the way up and out of this pattern that they are stuck in is to have amazing self-awareness through self-inquiry and being honest with themselves. And the second thing that self-healing badasses do is that they take full responsibility for their behavior. That means when something happens and they know, because they are honest with themselves, that that was probably not a great thing to do for whatever reason. Maybe they harmed another person, or maybe they were harming themselves. What they do is they take radical, quick responsibility and they say, my bad. Either my bad to somebody else, or they say it to themselves. What happens is when we take full responsibility, we stop the momentum of this thing continuing to happen. When we're not paying attention to these things, that energy just keeps going out and going out and going out and going out. But when we say, my bad, I recognize where I faltered or I erred, the energy stops right there and we can reel it back in, we can reconfigure it, and we can choose to do better next time. And the third thing that self-healing badasses do is they don't take responsibility for what is not theirs to own. This is huge. And I go into this at length in my book, The Recovering People Pleaser, a spiritual guide to reclaim your true worth and attract the love you deserve. Because many times when we are healing from people pleasing and our foundations are shaky, we're not quite sure of who we are, maybe we've lost ourselves somewhere along the line, we can be highly susceptible to the suggestions that other people are making about us, or the observations, or the telling us who we are and what it is that we are feeling, or why it is we are doing such a thing. But self-healing badasses have so much inner awareness, and they're so honest with themselves that when something like that comes from the outside world, they will pause, they will look at that thing, they'll factor through it for a minute, and they will say yes, or they will say no. It's so important that it's self-healing badass owns what is theirs, but doesn't own what is not theirs. So if someone is trying to put something on you that is not yours, chances are that's coming from their projection, from something that is going on inside of them, and they believe that they are seeing that thing inside of you. And just because you don't own what it is that they're laying down to you, and they don't believe you, they still think this is who you are, but you're honest with yourself and you're like, yeah, no, that's not me. That's not what's happening right here. That it doesn't matter what they think. What matters is what you think. And the fourth thing that self-healing badasses do is they know there's an answer or a solution to every problem. Many times we think we're stuck in life, that this can't get any better. But the problem is that we're functioning from one level of thinking. It has been proven that we think some 60,000 thoughts a day, somewhat, and 90 to 95% of those thoughts are repeating, which means we're thinking the same things day to day over and over and over again. So we're going to have the same behaviors based on our same thinking. So if we're trying to solve a problem from the level of thinking and behaving that the problem was created, we simply don't have the answer. And self-healing badasses are willing to go out into the world and to seek for an answer. But more so than that, they're willing to call upon their higher power, their inner wisdom, universal intelligence, and say, bring this answer, this solution to me. I know there's something here that I'm not seeing, but I'm open and willing to see it. Which leads me to the fifth thing that self-healing badasses do, and that is they have an open mind and heart. That means they are open in their energy to take in new information and to give out similar information. They are also have an open mind, which means we all know what a narrow mind looks like. No matter what you say to that person, they're like, nope, 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 nope. They're just, you can't even hammer and chisel the information into them because their mind is so closed. They're so stuck on their old, tired, worn out way of thinking that they will not let any other information in. And a lot of times this is a form of control because a lot of times the ego wants to control us. So it keeps us really, really small because it feels like if we're small, then we are safe. But a self-healing badass knows to have an open heart and an open mind, because guess what? When your heart is open, you are going to feel universal capital T truth is going to resonate within you, but you're also going to notice when things are not serving to you. The open mind allows you to take in new information and to process through that information and to see if that works for you or if that doesn't work for you. So I hope you guys got a lot from this episode today. If you're new here, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications. I talk about all things regarding people-pleasing recovery, codependency recovery, healing from toxic relationships, setting and maintaining healthy boundaries, everything to do with self-love and healing inner hidden shame and unworthiness. And I'm all about energy and the law of attraction. So thank you guys so much for being here. And until next time, remember, you matter. Now go love yourself.